Nikola Jokic's second signature shoe is probably the most intriguing basketball shoe over the past couple years. The shoe has several features that are so unconventional that they seem to defy what a basketball shoe should be. Sober Production on Instagram gives us a close look at the 361 degrees Joker 2, enough to make you wonder what in the world the Chinese brand was thinking. You see, I've been writing sneaker stories and posting shoe reviews for more than 10 years, and through those years, there's always that unicorn of a basketball shoe that takes everyone by surprise. Either the design is too unconventional or some of the tech specs are just out of the ordinary. In the case of the 361 degrees Joker 2, it's actually both. And as expected, Nikola wore the shoe during NBA Media Day. Expect to see more of the Joker 2 in the coming days, as the brand is set to make an official launch. 361 Degrees has a lot of explaining to do about the tech and the design, but until then, there's no hiding what the shoe has to offer. So let's have a quick conversation. Let's start with the upper. The lateral reveals that the shoe has a neon mesh base with a dark blue synthetic overlay. The perforations consist of Nikola Jokic's signature logo and petal-shaped cutouts spread throughout the lateral midsection. That visual component most likely helps add some ventilation, especially with that synthetic layer covering up most of the lateral. And then there's the lacing setup, which is probably the most intriguing feature. That's because you actually have three options for the lacing setup. The first is asymmetrical through the lace loops. They alternate between top and bottom locations, making the laces zigzag as they go through them. It's highly likely that the lace loops are stitched to the mesh base so that they adequately tug the upper material to help it conform to the foot. Complementing this setup are thick rope laces that wrap almost the entire shoe. That's the first option. The second option is the conventional lacing setup. Now, if you look at the top of the lateral, you can see a series of lacing holes. The only thing is they don't seem large enough to accommodate the thick rope laces. I'm guessing the shoe comes with two types of laces, which should include not only the thick rope laces but also a pair of conventional flat laces. But what's more bizarre is that the medial seems to have two rows of lace holes. As for the third option, it's a combination of the first two by using the lace loops and the traditional lace holes on the lateral, along with either the first or second row of the lace holes on the medial. But the intrigue behind the shoe doesn't even end there. The toe box is where things start to split. Literally, it's where you can see the edge of the medial that uses a woven material. The seams are held together by what could be small but durable fabric clasps, although it's possible that there are additional stitches that reinforce the seams. But this unusual junction is only at the toe box. That's because the heel section shows a different but more common setup. The back reveals that the synthetic lateral layer and woven medial layers seem to have been glued together. Embroidered violet threads on the purple woven material adds visual transition, although it's more eye candy than anything. And there's another visual partition in the shoe that may not be readily seen. That's because it's on the underside of the shoe. The outsole has two main sections. First, you have the white section with traditional herringbone for the traction pattern, and then you have the purple midsection that features traditional Serbian patterns that use geometric and floral designs. Cutting across the midsection are four lengthy cord-out sections that reveal a plastic shank underneath. This leads us to the cushioning. The medial section of the forefoot midsole will tell you the type of cushioning material used. It has the debossed print that says CQT Quick, which is basically the brand's proprietary Quick CQT foam material used previously in the standard Joker 1. If you played in the Joker 1 before, you can probably expect to experience a similar cushioning feel in the Joker 2. That's because branded foams do not sharply deviate from their standard composition. Quick CQT is basically ETPU, or expanded thermoplastic polyurethane. design. It's very elastic, extremely resilient, and has high abrasion resistance, which explains why the foam was fully caged in the Joker 1 and the same closed setup is also used in the Joker 2. This is probably the only thing that is not visually striking about the shoe. But don't be fooled, because Quick CQT is still one of the better foam materials out there. It's been widely used in many of 361 Degrees' basketball shoes, including non-signature models, which goes to show how much the brand has relied on its cushioning performance through the years. It only makes sense to continue to use what works, don't you think? The 361 Degrees Joker 2 is unlike anything you've seen before, and like it or not, the brand is just getting started. Because if the Joker 1 had multiple versions such as the Team version and GT version, you might see the same approach in the Joker 2. This means that the Joker 2, which already has unconventional design features, may have a GT version that takes things to another level altogether. Hopefully, the retail price of the Joker 2 won't be too high. I'm not expecting the price to go lower than the price of the Joker 1, and that there's a possibility that the Joker 2 will have a little price increase. Best case scenario is that the price remains the same, but let me know what you think. Hey man, thanks for watching. You can support me by joining my channel membership. Thanks, and I hope to see you on the next one.